Welcome back to The Art of Aging. I'm your host, Sherry Gibson-Walters, Certified Professional Consultant on Aging, founder of Harmony Caregiving. Today we're diving into a question that so many families wrestle with. Is it dementia or just normal aging? We all forget things sometimes. We misplace our keys, struggle to remember a name, or walk into a room and wonder why we're there. That's normal. But what if it's more than that? What if forgetfulness turns into losing track of time, getting lost in familiar places, or struggling with everyday decisions? Dementia is not a normal part of aging. It's a disease. And catching the early warning signs can make all the difference in treatment, care, and the quality of life. So today we're going to break it down. What is dementia? How does it differ from normal aging? And what can families do to recognize the signs early and take action? Let's get started with the simple truth. We all forget things. For example, you might forget where you put your glasses, but then you retrace your steps and find them. That's normal aging. But forgetting what your glasses are for, that's dementia. Dementia and normal aging both involve changes in memory. But the key difference is that dementia progresses over time and disrupts daily life. For example, it's one thing to forget where you placed your keys, that's normal aging, but finding them in the freezer or struggling to remember what they're used for, that's dementia. If you've ever walked into a room and forgotten why you're there, don't panic. That happens to all of us. Occasional forgetfulness is not necessarily a sign of dementia. The real concern comes when memory loss consistently disrupts daily activities of living, or when a person struggles to recognize familiar faces and places. If that's happening, it's time to take a closer look. If you're noticing these signs in yourself or a loved one, it is time to pay attention. These are more than brief slips in memory, they are red flags. I remember speaking with a family who noticed something was really off with their mother. She had always been sharp, the kind of person who never missed an appointment. But then she started getting lost on her way home from the grocery store, which was a trip she'd made for 30 years. At first they brushed it off. Maybe she was distracted. Maybe it was just stress. But then bills started piling up, unpaid. She began forgetting family members' names, and one day she left the stove on for hours, and that really scared the family. They realized this isn't just aging. This is something more. And they were right. She was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Catching these early warning signs allowed them to get her the care and support she needed. And that's why we have to talk about this taboo subject more. Here's something many people don't realize. Dementia doesn't just affect memory. It affects the way we see, the way we hear, and experience the world. Dementia alters how the brain processes sensory information, which changes the way individuals see, hear, and interact with their environment. This isn't just about memory. Dementia changes how a person experiences the world around them. Everyday sensations can feel different, confusing, or even overwhelming. Let's talk about some of the biggest ways dementia alters perception. Vision changes. Dementia can cause peripheral vision to narrow, creating a tunnel vision effect. This makes it harder to track movement, navigate spaces, or notice objects outside of a direct line of sight. Imagine walking through a crowded room, but only being able to see what's directly in front of you. This can make movement and coordination more difficult. Hearing difficulties. Background noise can become overwhelming, making conversations hard to follow. A person living with dementia might struggle to differentiate voices in a crowded space, misinterpret sounds, or become startled by noises that wouldn't usually be alarming. Touch sensitivity. Changes in pain perception can make some sensations more intense while dulling others. Something as simple as the feeling of certain fabrics or water temperature can become uncomfortable. And in some cases, a gentle touch might feel painful or unsettling. Taste and smell decline. Many individuals living with dementia experience a reduced ability to detect spoiled food, which increases safety risks. Others may lose interest in eating altogether because their ability to taste has diminished, making foods less appealing, leading to malnutrition, leading to nutritional concerns. By recognizing sensory changes, caregivers can make simple but powerful adjustments like reducing noise, improving lighting, and considering food textures to enhance comfort and ease frustration for those living with dementia. Dementia isn't one size fits all. It progresses over time, and different people experience it in different ways. I love the way Teepa, a dementia care expert, explains it. She uses gemstones to describe the different stages of dementia. Teepa Snow's gem model, part of her positive approach to care, is a unique way to understand dementia progression, focusing on what abilities remain instead of just what is lost. This approach helps caregivers provide better, more compassionate care by meeting their loved ones where they are at. Each stage of dementia is represented by a different gemstone, reflecting changes in cognitive and physical abilities. This model is an excellent tool for caregivers looking to navigate challenges of dementia with patience and understanding. There are 6 gem states in Teepa's model. While we won't go into every state here, we will cover 3 examples. The first gemstone is sapphire, which is likely you and I. Why do I say this? Sapphires don't have dementia, but they are aging. Changes may happen, but for now, you're still in control. You found your way here. Your brain is working just fine. You can follow along, remember what brought you to this podcast, and decide what to do next. That means you are a sapphire. Clear, flexible, and able to learn new things. The third state is represented by an emerald. Here, dementia has progressed further. An emerald is still moving, still doing, but their sense of time is slipping. They might start an activity but forget why. Look for people who aren't here anymore, and they might misplace items and not remember doing it. They may start an activity but forget why. They may look for people who aren't here anymore, and they may misplace items and not remember doing it. They aren't trying to frustrate you. Their world just doesn't match yours anymore. So what helps? Let's meet them where they are. If they believe it's a different time or place, go with it. Keep a routine because familiarity does bring comfort. Redirect, don't correct. Instead of saying, that's not right, try, let's do this together. And finally, let me tell you about David. David is 90. He used to love jazz music, playing cards, and fixing things around the house. But now he spends most of his time in bed. He doesn't speak much anymore, and when his wife holds his hand, she's not sure if he knows she's there. But then one day, his daughter plays an old song from the radio, one he used to hum while cooking dinner. And for just a moment, his lips move, and he doesn't say a word, but he remembers. David is a pearl. His body is slowing down, but inside, he's still there. Caring for a pearl is about comfort and connection. Speak to them as if they understand everything, because they just might. Use music, scents, and touch. Familiar things can bring comfort even when words don't. Let go of expectations. This stage isn't about getting better. It's about making the moments as peaceful as possible. Even when a pearl can't talk, their hearts still recognize love. David is a pearl, the last state. His body is slowing down, but inside he's still there. Caring for a pearl is about comfort and connection. Speak to them as if they understand everything, because they might. Let go of expectations. This stage isn't about getting better. It's about making the moments as peaceful as possible. Sapphires are clear and thinking. Emeralds are active but confused. Pearls are near the end, but still feeling. Dementia doesn't mean someone is lost. It means they experience the world differently. And when we meet them where they are, we keep their spark alive. If you want to learn more about dementia, you can find additional details on our blog or check out Teepa Snow's Positive Approach to Care website and YouTube channel for deeper insights into dementia care strategies. Understanding these stages helps caregivers know what to expect and how to adjust care along the way. Some families hesitate to seek a diagnosis, thinking, what's the point? There's no cure. But here's why early detection is so important. When dementia is detected early, treatment options can be more effective. Families have more time to plan, and lifestyle changes can significantly improve quality of life. For example, some medications work best in the early stages, helping slow cognitive decline and giving individuals more time to adapt. Beyond medication, early diagnosis allows families to prepare for the future, organizing finances, legal matters, and long-term care plans so that when the disease progresses, difficult decisions aren't being made in crisis mode. And perhaps most importantly, early intervention enables lifestyle changes that can help maintain cognitive function longer. Research shows exercise, cognitive therapy, and structured routines can enhance brain health and improve daily life for those living with dementia. The sooner you recognize the signs, the more choices and control you have moving forward. If you take one thing away from this podcast, let it be this: dementia is not normal aging, but it isn't uncommon. According to Statistics Canada, it affects approximately 750,000 Canadians today. So if you or a loved one are showing signs of dementia, please don't ignore them. Seek an evaluation, get support, and make a plan. At Harmony Caregiving, we specialize in dementia care and caregiver support. If you need guidance, reach out today. You don't have to navigate this alone. Thank you for tuning in to The Art of Aging. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you next time. Carpe diem. Seize the day.